Your body not belong to you. You can't tell a man say, oh, if you not do this. Is that being submissive? Is that being respectful? That's a big disrespect. Your man is not a boy. You're supposed to treat that man as how you would treat the Most High, because the Most High himself had set your husband over you. Come on, oh, I feel my life and this and that. This is why the man them are running from uno, because you don't have no respect. No more just a galang so, and the man them can't take it. As I've said, the Bible say it's best a man live on the house top than inside of a house with a nagging wife. Hello guys, good afternoon. Today is a nice day and I am here at the park with some of the children because Jerry's not here yet. Jerry's still in school. In a bit we're gonna pick him up from the bus stop. But I had done a video where I was talking about marriage, you know, how a husband ought to behave and how a wife ought to behave in a marital union. And whew, right now I want to finish it up. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish up today, but I want to start the continuation right now. You know, I brought my Bible and also, you know, Bible references that, you know, you guys can go ahead and, you know, do your little reading when you get the chance. But at this point, you know, Abigail, Haley, Josh and Joel, they are on the tennis court. I'm going to show you guys, and we're just chilling. So today is Wednesday, March 22nd. It's not so cold, nice weather, but still, you know, I'm so happy that in my trunk, my car trunk, I always like you know, put an extra jacket or so, because maybe right now I'll be saying, ooh, it's cool. See Abby there and Haley Whaley over there. Josh is running over there, and that's Joel. So guys, it's also a bit windy, a lot windy. So hopefully, you know, the breeze don't blow over my camera, you know, but you're trying to gather my stuff. Also, in a bit I'm gonna have to cut this video to go and pick up Jeremiah. As I mentioned, where is my phone? Mommy, you see my phone? Oh, I have it. Yeah, so yeah, I have like approximately 12 minutes to finish at least the first part. So I'm gonna be reading from the King James Version. When I do my individual study or reading, you know, I don't use the King James Version anymore. I use the Sefer. You know, the Sefer contains the Hebrew names, you know. So this here, I'm gonna use the King James Version because majority of people is well familiar with the King James Version. I will not be using the term Jesus because that's not his name. That's just a fabricated name, and I've refrained from that name years now. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the King James Version, so for those who are watching can get a better, you know, understanding. So firstly, I have two Bible references, you know, main Bible references that really speak about, you know, how wives and husbands are to treat each other. I have a little book here. So the first one I'm going to turn to is Ephesians chapter 5, 21 to 33. You know, also Colossians 3, 18 to 19 is like, you know, they share similarity. You know, Ephesians 5, 21 to 33, more detailed and such. I thought Eddie was gonna hit me with that ball. But anyways, guys, the second one we're gonna go to is 1 Corinthians 7 verse 1 to 5, and we know that that speaks when it comes to, you know, intercourse, right? Okay, so let me turn to Ephesians chapter 5. I've done a video the other night before I went to bed, you know. It wasn't a long video, it was 5 minutes, you know, where I spoke about, you know, wives being submissive and husbands are to love their wives. So I'm just doing a continuation of it, you know, because my phone, really, I was recording from my phone and I didn't have, you know, a lot of space because I have so much video that I need to edit and it's on my phone. But Ephesians chapter 5, I wish I have enough time, but I'm gonna pick up during and then we come back here and do this. All right, from the King James version I'll be reading. So from the 22nd verse, that's where I'm going to start. It says, wives, submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto the Most High. So for the term Lord, I'm going to say the Most High, because I refrain from using those titles when it comes to the Most High. You know, I don't believe that we should be equalizing the Most High with mortals. You know that in the monarchies, you know, they're human beings who are titled as lords, you know. So he's not a lord and he's not a god. You're gonna hear me use the term the Most High, the Creator, or Yahweh, okay, or Yah. All right, so it says, wives, submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto the Most High. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the called out assembly, aka church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the called out assembly is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ. See the wind one blow down the camera. I'm gonna read it again. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the called out assembly and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious called out assembly, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loves himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourished and cherished it, even as the Most High the called out assembly. For we are members of his body, half his flesh and half his bones. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the called out assembly. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband. Okay, so husband and wife, we have a responsibility. You know, marriage is a sacred union that was instituted by the Creator himself. Marriage is a blessing, and I'm sure everybody, almost every young girls or young ladies, wants to get married, because from me little me I dream about it. As wives, we are called to be submissive to our own husbands. Submission and reverence, they all fall in the same category, really. So the word says, wife, submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto the Most High. We know how much we fear the Most High, right? Not saying that we fear him, we're like, oh, you know, he's gonna kill me, or not that fear. Not that fear that, you know, I, as a little girl in Jamaica, I was so scared of the Most High, right? Because we just see him as he's so rough and he have no sense of humor, nothing like that. But that's not the fear that the word is speaking about. This fear is basically speaking about respect. We try our best to do what is right when it comes to the word, right? Everything that the Most High utters out of his mouth, we try our best to do it, right? So it's the same way a wife must be unto her husband. That's how high, you know, our wives must place the husband in her life. Nowadays, women, I don't know what is going on, but some women nowadays don't have one clue or one piece of submissiveness inside of them, right? And they expect the man them to fall and bow and do everything for them, or do everything, you know, that is nice to them. You have to be submissive, for the husband is the head of the wife. So this is why we have to be submissive, because the Most High set the husband over the wife, right? He is the king, right, in the palace. He is the king in the marital home, right? And as a queen, you know, is under her king. It's the same way. The Most High put the man above the woman. Not only that, the entire home, because he is the head of the wife. And what the head does, the head protects, right? And this is why we have to be submissive. This is why we have to be respectful, right? Even as Christ is the head of the church, as I've mentioned in the upper verse, right? We give that oblation to the Most High, right? We respect him. We try our best to do what the word says. Don't steal, don't kill, don't tell lies, all of these things. We try our best because we fear the Most High. It's the same thing when it comes to the husband, right? We have to respect the order of, you know, the husband, right? If he said don't do this, we have to be submissive to that, right? Not saying that, you know, if he's a controlling man, you know, you don't have a say, right? But we have to do things, you know, in the right way that is pleasing unto the Most High. So look at the 24th verse. Therefore, as the called out assembly is subject unto Christ, so let the wife be to their own husband in everything, right? So in everything, not just some. We have to be submissive in every single thing, right? The same way we give the respect to the Most High, it's the same way we have to respect our husband, right? We have to submit to his orders. They want to turn over my camera, but anyways, that's you're gonna have a husband who loves you because him say you respect him. My observation of a man, yes, when I respect a man, that's what it takes for love. It's not just sex, it's submitting to his orders. That's how you show you really love your husband. That's how he know that you love him. The same way we submit to the Most High and we try our best to please him. We fear the Most High, don't it? We're not going to do anything if him say don't do it. It's the same thing with the husband. We have to give him that high regard. Now unto the husbands. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So don't think so just want the woman to submit and no love. I believe the Most High commanded husbands to love their wives, because, and not the wife, you know, to love their husband, because women already have that affection. We're affectionate, you know, women born with that nature to love. But the order is unto the husbands to love your wives, like Christ loved the call out assembly and gave himself for it. How did the Most High prove that he loves us? He died for us, right? And that's how much love a man should love his wife, where he's willing to lay it all down for her. He emphasizes on the fact, the same way how he loved the call out assembly. We know how much the Most High love his people. He loves us so much, regardless of, you know, the bad things we do. regardless of the fact that we go against his orders, he never stopped loving us. And this is the same order he has issued on to the husband when it comes to his wife. No. You know, many men love to say, oh, you're not respectful or you're not submissive. Sometimes these men need to really check themselves, because your wife can only not be submissive if you're not treating her right. We're gonna go back now to the example of Sarah and Abraham. Sarah respected her husband so much that she entitled him as Lord. The amount of love the lady received, she had no choice but to give the man Lord title. She regarded her husband so high. Not many women have a humble nature where she will be submissive even though her man is not loving her. There's many women out here like that, many wives. Even though the man is not doing what he's supposed to do, she's still submissive. You understand me? She still do what she have to do. She still abide by the rules, right? As I've said, women already have this nature of loving, but for the man, you know, that he will love his wife no matter what, no matter what. And if you read on further, you know, it says, if you love yourself, you're not gonna treat yourself bad. So the Most High gave himself for the church or the called out assembly, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. Husbands have a duty. Your duty is to replenish your wife with the word. You have to pray for your wife. You have to be your wife comfort, right? Whenever she's down, you're supposed to be there. You know, your duty is to refresh your wife. You know, sometimes there's so much unwise, you know, she become depressed. Your duty is to lift her up with your kind words. You know, speak life over your wife, pray for your wife, put your hand for your wife, bless your wife. You know, just the same way Christ done for us, right? He cleanses us, right? He pick us up when we're down. He wash us off with the word. My alarm is going off, guys. I have to go get Jerry. He wash us off and make us new. You know, whenever we're down, whenever we feel, you know, everything is on us. As a child of the Most High, you know, he whispers sweet words. He bring back his words to us and let us know that we're not alone. My phone is going off, guys. Yeah, it's time for me to go get Jerry. But guys, I'm gonna pick up Jeremiah and we're gonna come back right at this spot, because it's a beautiful evening and it's a long evening. Okay, so let me go get Jerry and then we'll be right back. Guys, I'm so sorry. I thought that I would be back at the spot I was in the park, but unfortunately after I picked up Jeremiah, the children wanted to come to the library, so I'm here at the library with them, and in a bit I'm gonna go to get some grocery for the house. So maybe tonight I will continue, you know, with what I was saying, or tomorrow. So let's see how the evening goes. All right, so stay tuned, guys. Good morning, guys. So guys, it is Sunday morning. Happy first day to each and every one of you. Just finished doing my devotion and stuff, guys. I bathed, did my devotion, got the family something to eat, guys, and I'm here in the bathroom, you know, trying to put my hair in something simple. You know, I did a wash. I had my hair in just some box braids, you know, Jamaicans call it plait, you know, because I had washed my hair when I think it was Friday or Thursday, I don't remember, one of those days. So yeah, this is why I look like this, guys. That started that video in the park the other day, and I had was to get Jeremiah because my alarm went off, you know. Unfortunately I couldn't continue the video because, you know, time and my responsibilities. So today I get the chance to I hope I finish it up. Because really and truly, I don't want it long. But, you know, as the word tells us that, you know, as a wife, we have to submit ourselves to our husbands, right? And that include his orders, everything like that. And the husband supposed to love his wife, you know, as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. As I mentioned, you know, many wives nowadays speak to their husband in some very disrespectful manner, right? And this is something that I've observed, and also what some husbands talk to me about, honestly. And the man, they must suffer because of all the wife they might talk to the man. No, is that the way you talk to your husband? Is that the same way you talk to the Most High? Because the word surely said that, you know, women are to be submissive to their husband as unto the Most High. So is that the way you respect the Most High? You talk to him anyhow, as if, you know, regard him. Did you know that the same way you treat your husband is the same way you treat the Most High? Wives, be careful with your mouth. Stop disrespecting the man. Some wives believe it is control to follow your husband's order. As me say, some women nowadays, me wonder want to feed them out. Them just a galang so. Then chat to the man them anyhow. Then tell the man them bad word. All kind of something. You understand? And then they expect that the man are going to love them. Or the man are going to love you and you disrespect him. You might go see somebody else out the road. We talk to him nice. We see it and say. And take your man from you. Because you don't know if you deal with the man. You don't know if you talk to the man. You talk to the man that the man a picnic. And most of the time these men, they have to walk on eggshell round uno. Because as I say, hey, uno say B, C, D, E, F, just a galang so. Oh, that the man they go find and attractive. You have to watch them out. You know, a husband, for your wife to respect you, to submit to your orders, you have to love her, right? You have to love her because that's your duty, to love your wife. You notice how deep the Most High went? He said, love your wife like Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. Right? So that's how deep your love is for your wife, that there should be nothing that you wouldn't do for your wife. Right? So it goes both ways. You know? A man can't love somebody who will disrespect him. Plain and straight. A man can't love somebody who will not submit to him. Plain and straight. A woman will not submit to a man who is not loving her. It just go hand in hand. As I said, the saw say, to you, to me, to you, to me. No. In the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 1 to 5, especially 4th to the 5th verse, it talks about the body, right? Your body don't belong to you, woman. Wives, your body don't belong to you. When you're married, your body belongs to your husband. Husbands, your body don't belong to you. The fact that you two become one, no own on yourself no more. You belong to your husband and your husband belong to you. That's how it's supposed to be. Guys, give me a second. Here, go into my phone. Okay. First Corinthians 7 verse. Just give it to me when I find it. 1 Corinthians 7.
Oh, just 1 Corinthians 7?
Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna read from the King James version, okay? As I've started with, you know, in the first place, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and I'm gonna read to the 5th verse. It says, "Now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman." So basically, this is a letter that Paul himself, or Brother Paul, is responding to the church, you know, or the call out assembly you know, in Corinth. Right? So it says, now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto his wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one another, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. All right, what is that saying here? It's speaking about a wife and her husband when it comes to sex. He's saying that it's best for a man not to touch a woman, right? Basically, he might talk about out of marriage. Nevertheless, to prevent fornication, because we know so when it's sex, you know, out of marriage, it is fornication, right? So Paul say, in order not to commit fornication, let every man have his own wife, right? And see to it that they both render due benevolence. It's referring to sex, right? So anytime the wife wants sex, he's supposed to render due benevolence. Whenever the husband wants sex, the wife is supposed to render due benevolence, right? Nowadays, me hear a lot of men talk say, oh, it's like them wife have them on a schedule. Go and pick that up and I give you some. If you don't cook no dinner, you're not getting none. Really? I don't understand what kind of relationship them they. Because first of all, the Bible tell a plain say, as a wife, your body no belong to you. And the husband, your body no belong to you. So why the man have to do something to get something will belong to him? Woman, these things will push your man out the street if he's that kind of man. He will go out the street because guess what? Your nagi will belong to him. So he will go out the road. Me hear some people say all men cheat. That is not true. Because if you have a woman who not cheat, you have a man who not cheat too. Uno must be fair. Not because no for uno man cheat pan uno, everybody man cheat pan them. Everybody is not the same. Uno can't do that. I think that's very unfair. You know, remember, you know, we're not the one who write the Bible. Is the most time self word, and he has inspired men, right? Special men to put his words in a book. All right, we call it the Bible. But when you go down further, it says, defraud ye not one another, except it be for fasting and prayer. People don't understand that marriage is for people really who decide to walk in the commandments of the Most High. If you wanna decide for walking it, it don't make no sense. Because it called for you to be obedient. May I tell you that? You understand me? And this is why, especially the marriage in the world, as they marry today, by next week you hear divorce, or the following day, divorce or fire for. Because nowadays, even the vows, I have to wonder what kind of vow the people write. Some vow, I promise to watch football with you. I promise to this, I promise to that. What about the vows? To love and to cherish. Right? Until death do us part. Through thick and thin. What happened to that vow? Nobody wants to do that. Right? It is sad. It is sad in marriages nowadays. I really don't want to stray, but you know, since I'm on the topic, whatever comes I'm gonna speak about. But when it comes to sex, women need to humble themselves and stop putting these men on a schedule, and stop using sex as a weapon. You tell him man to go cook dinner. You didn't even ask him nicely. You tell him to go do it. That's how now go on. And because him don't do it, okay, you shut down what belongs to him for the next month. What you expect that man to do? Because number one, sex is a need. For men, sex and respect are love. For a woman, we love the sweet word and all of that. When you shut down what belongs to him, what do you expect him to do? Again, with the mouth. You see, when you angle a man with your mouth and talk to him anyhow, him start look at you as ugly. Me and my husband have them discussion, yeah. And that's why I know. Because we drill each other. Here. And I'm glad that me can talk to him. Because I become a wiser wife. You don't have to respect the man. Oh, I know them something here. And my husband, me and him sit down and talk. My husband say, when a man take a woman to be wife, he sees that woman as the most beautiful woman in the entire universe. No, he say, when the wife start talk to the man as if say, you know, him or nothing. Anything come out, you talk to the man, you describe him. Eventually the man start to see you as ugly. That's what my husband say. So I'm just saying that, you know, it's not right for you to put a timing on your husband and tell him saying can't get what belongs to him because he never washed the plate them. Really? Really? Is he your child? Is he your child? That is so disrespectful. The only time the Bible says is when it comes to fasting and prayer. Again, many of you don't do it. Many couples, they don't remember the Most High until them have problems. No. If the Most High is the one who instituted marriage, for that marriage to keep on burning, right? You don't have to have a constant relationship with the Most High. You don't have to pray and fast together as husband and wife. Many wives and husbands don't understand that. Satan do not like nothing good. And anything that the Most High is with, Satan is against. Satan is against. Satan will try to disrupt, mash up a good home. If you don't have the Most High as the center of that home, because that's how bad-minded the devil is. Now go back to the word say, only for a time because of fasting and prayer, and it have to be done in consent. You can't get up and say you go fast without your husband don't know, or the husband can't get up and go fast without the wife don't know. It have to be within consent. Both of you have to agree on this. I'm gonna give an example with me. I remember when my husband was working close by our home, and he might come home like 3 something in the evening. That's the time he got off work. And I say, you know what? I just fast for half a day. So by 1 o'clock or so, I should have done fast. I didn't tell my husband that I was going to fast because, as I've said, he was going to come home 3 o'clock. And while I was home in fasting, and my husband come home. When my husband come home, he wanted to be intimate with his wife. And you know what I said to my husband? Baby, know some of them fasting. And that me tell my husband. Me never tell him say I go up on fasting because as I say, by the time me if you don't fast, my husband will still be at work. When you're married, you don't live for yourself no more. No matter what, you don't live for yourself no more. You don't own yourself and you don't live for yourself no more. The two become one. So now if you consider in everything how my husband will feel about this, or my wife will feel about this. If you don't have one, you can't make no decision without the other. That's how serious marriage is. My husband come home and me tell my husband say, you know, baby, know some of them are fasting. You know what he said to me, say? How comes he don't know that? Me have to beg him to understand, please. But anyways, what me I try to say, you know, the word is there for us. We know that nothing in life is easy, but we have to be obedient to the words of the Most High, and that's the only way we're gonna make it. Many people say the Bible is outdated and this and that, but a lie, because that word saved me and it's still saving me. One of them look higher than one of them look more puffy than one, don't it? I think this one need to work on, but I'm just basically saying, guys, respect your husband. Husbands, love your wife, right? If there's a problem in a relationship, pray. Have a habit of praying. You need prayer in your relationship. When attack clap strike, that's when you don't remember the Most High. That's abuse. Abuse the Most High. Only when problems strike, when you remember him. What I'm trying to say is that for your marriage to work, you have to stay in the order of marriage. Based on Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22 to 33. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 1 to 5. If not, it's gonna be a problem. And also, we have to remember 1 Corinthians chapter 13 that speak about love. Love conquers all. And the word tells us again in Colossians. I'm gonna put it up so you guys can read for yourself. Husbands have to be careful how they speak to their wives as well. Some bad man talk to them wife like, me don't know what to say. I have witnessed it. I've witnessed it. Even growing up, I've witnessed it. You understand? In my community, talk to them woman like dirt. The Bible says a husband must not be harsh. If you're harsh against your wife, the word plainly said that even your prayer will be hindered. Your prayer will be hindered. So you have to be careful how you speak to your wife as well. I pray for the best for your marriage, you know, and anybody who is struggling in their marriage, you know, we have to keep each other in prayer because no man is an island, no man stand alone, nobody not perfect. This life, we need each other, okay? We need each other prayer. We need each other upliftment. We're not supposed to rejoice when one is going down, especially in a marriage. We can't rejoice. We point out the bad and the good, yes, but at the same time, you can't rejoice and say yes. Because the Bible says you cannot rejoice at the downfall of others. It will turn upon you. You know, a husband, how can you not love your own flesh? The fact that a man and a woman married, then become one flesh. So how can you, you know, talk to your wife anyway, any way you want? Beat the woman, you have husband, you have beat them wife, you have wives, you have beat them husband. Come on, man. What kind of love is that? You talk to your wife anyhow, the wife talk to you anyhow, and the tone in the house back and forth with pot and spoon or kind of something in front of the children, and then on back at it again. What is that? If you love each other, you will not hurt each other. Not saying that we're not flesh and we fail at times, but certain things you will not do. Something must be wrong. As I've mentioned, wives must be submissive, and husbands must love their wife just as how the Savior loved the call-out assembly, aka the church. And in that way, you will have a home that is considered a holy home, aka godly home, right? A home that is submissive to the word. In that way, your home will have peace. Your man there work and can't wait to come home. The wife, the woman, she can't wait for the husband come because she just want. Come on, guys, man. Come on, wives and husbands. Don't make the word of Elohim a blasphemy. When we're not doing these things, we basically make our faith and the word of Elohim a blasphemy because we're not doing it. Because the husband and the wife, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. You have to include the Most High in your life, in your marriage. It's not gonna work without him. It's not gonna work without him. And go back to the vows. Go back to the vows. Nowadays, every little thing, as like a problem strike, there's no tolerance in marriages. Nowadays, I don't observe tolerances in marriages. There's no tolerance. Nobody not tolerate no more. Growing up, my grandmother and my grandfather, them go through stuff, but they tolerate each other. You understand me? Them tolerate each other and look at only dead part them. Dead part them. There's no marriage that is perfect. Trouble going to be in marriage if the Most High is not the center of that marriage. Even in Malachi, the Most High said he's the one that bear witness of you both joining together. So a man have to be careful how he deals with his wife. So I really hope that this will shed some light. Marriage is serious. Nowadays people are married for all kind of something. Marriage is something that is holy. It's a holy matrimony, and it's a mystery to show the love that Christ have for the call-out assembly, aka the church. So this is why in a marriage you have to learn to forgive. You have to learn to love. You have to learn to forget. You have to learn to move on. Wives, stop holding back the man stuff. Enough of una do it. Stop it. Your vagina don't belong to you no more. it belongs to your husband. Vice versa, the husband to the wife. The word said it, not me. Respectfulness for each other. Alright? Anyways, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please share the video. It's the first day and it's a busy day. I'm gonna start cooking dinner now. My hubby went on the road and later on we're gonna be doing a video, so I want you guys to look out for it. Don't forget to subscribe, and guys, with all that has been said, may you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right, shalom, bye.